Hi, I'm Cormac. Um, I live in Wicklow in Ireland. I attend a secondary school and I use the BrailleSense to do all my work. In these videos, I intend to help the sighted people who don't understand how the BrailleSense works, as well as blind people who are new to technology. Now I'm going to tell you about the 9 main keys on the top panel of the Polaris. So let's start with the left hand. You have dot 1, which you can press using the first finger on your left hand, dot 2, which can be pressed using the second, and dot 3, which can be pressed using the third. On the right hand side, we have dot 4, which can be pressed using the first finger on your right hand, dot 5, which can be pressed using the second, and dot 6, which can be pressed using the third. On the right side, there is an enter key which you can press using your little finger, and on the other side, the backspace key can be pressed using the little finger of your left hand. You can use the space bar with either of your thumbs. Now I'm going to talk about the keys on the same row as the space bar. To the left of the space bar, you have your control key, which is the same as a control key on your PC. To the right of the space bar, you've got your Alt key, which is the same as Alt on the PC. On the left side of the Polaris, you have F1. This can be used to open the main menu. And then you have F2, which can be used to open menus in programs. For example, in the word processor, you can use F2 to go to the file menu or the edit menu. Then you have F3. F3 acts like the tab key on a normal laptop. And then you have F4, which acts as the escape key on a normal laptop. Below the keys I just described, you will find your Braille line, where you can read anything you've typed or anything that's being displayed by the BrailleSense 6. Just above the Braille line, you have 32 keys, each one corresponding to a Braille cell. These are cursor keys, and they let you modify a document. On the left and right side, underneath the Braille line, you'll find your scroll keys. The upper key can be used to scroll up, and the key underneath that can be used to scroll down. You can set up your scroll keys to scroll by paragraph, character, or sentence, but we'll get to that in another podcast. Now I'm going to talk about the front panel of the BrailleSense. The first thing you'll find on the left side is a switch for locking the keys on the BrailleSense. If you put it to the very left, it will lock all buttons on the BrailleSense.
All keys locked. File manager, left parenthesis, F, right parenthesis.
If you move it to the middle position, it will unlock all keys except the ones on the top panel.
Top panel locked. File manager, left parenthesis, F, right parenthesis.
And if you move it to the very right, it'll unlock all the keys.
Unlocked. File manager, left parenthesis, F, right parenthesis.
Next, I'll talk about the media switch, which is what you'll find next after the lock switch. It has 3 positions. If you put it to the very left, it will be in app mode.
App mode. File manager. Left parenthesis.
If you move it to the middle position, it'll be in Daisy mode, which you can use to read Daisy books and
Daisy mode. File manager. Left.
and if you put it to the very right, it'll be set to MP3 mode, which you can use to play any audio of your choice.
Media mode. File manager. Left parenthesis. F. Right parenthesis.
What you have the switch set to controls the functions of the buttons to the right of that switch. The first button is rewind. The second is record. The third one is stop. The fourth one is play, and the fifth one is forward. To the right of that, you'll find the power key. You can press this quickly to lock the Polaris. If you want to switch on the Polaris, you should hold down this key.
File manager.
Right, so you have 3 USB ports. 2 of them are USB-C and 1 of them is USB-A. USB-A is used to plug in drives and other peripherals. The one nearest the bottom is the USB-C port that you should use for video to connect it to a TV or a monitor. The top one is used for charging and to connect the BrailleSense to a laptop. These 3 ports are found on the right side. On the left hand side, you'll find the volume keys. The lower one turns the BrailleSense up and the upper one turns it down. Above that, you'll find a port which you can use to connect your headphones. Above that is a port for connecting a microphone to the Polaris. Just above that, you will find the SD card slot, which you can use to plug in an SD card. On the back, you have another USB-A port, and underneath, you have the battery compartment. I hope my video has been helpful and it described all the different keys and ports on the Polaris, and I hope to do more videos soon.